Hey, welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday. I'm on work, and we're going to work on the 4Runner today. I got some shocks that I want to put on that might lower the truck a little bit and then maybe change shock position. And then I have that low profile. You see this skid right here? I have a low profile skid that's going to kind of raise that up. This thing hangs on everything. And if I lower the truck, get it sitting down where I want it to sit, that's just gonna end up being even worse. So yeah, I'm gonna take the body off and kind of get into this thing. The shocks that I'm using are these white shocks from RC 4-wheel drive. I took them apart and kind of cleaned them up, and then there's no oil in them, and there's no springs in these, so it's just kind of but they do have, there's a little tension there. It's not like they're just free and sloppy. Like they don't come out on their own, if that makes sense. So we're going to try these. Once I get the stock ones off, I mean, if they're the same length, then there's no point. But we're going to try these if they are shorter. Oh, what else do we got here? Some bits. Here's that low profile skid that I was talking about. This is from RC 4-wheel drive. Part number Z-S1851. Can you get a look at that? There we go. That's the low profile skid. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that isn't too complicated of an install. But I guess we will see. So let's get started. Get some tools out here. We're going to take the body off because obviously we want to get a good look at the chassis. Keep all these parts organized. Super One-Handed RC, happy weekend. Thanks for tuning in. It is 38 degrees here today, or it's going to be. It hasn't gotten there yet, and it's 1 p.m, so I don't know how warm we're actually going to get, but it is a happy weekend. Hanging out in the shop, can't complain. I do want your guys' opinion on something. I'm going to flip this around here where we might change the wheels and tires on this. Sunny and 59 in Northern California. Yeah, that's good weather. My daughter lives in LA. She's not current. I mean, everybody's affected by the fires because of like the smoke and stuff, but where she lives is unaffected by fire anyway, but the smoke and the air quality and everything, that's a pretty crummy situation going on there. But so pretty stressed, obviously. We talk to her every day, kind of getting an update, but things are going well. So I want to flip this truck around and I try to keep an open mind when other people have their ideas on what they want to do to RC. And so I thought I'd try this look and just, kind of see what I thought. So uh, I think I need to get some wheel spacers because, you know, these just these just don't stick out far enough. You know what I mean? They just, if I could get them out to here, I think that's really the untucked look I'd be looking for is get them get them way out like that. I don't know if you're getting a good look at that, but that's kind of a that's kind of just a joke, honestly. But yeah. Let's see. Up here, that happens a lot, so we're used to it, but it's not fun. Yeah, that's kind of part of having um, I don't know, forests and rural. It's not really rural, is it? Rural or less populated areas that, and then obviously if you've been dry and whatever, you're prone to more things. Isn't that? It's absolutely ridiculous. This is kind of a jab at the Mind's Eye RC channel because we've been going back and forth about whether you should have your tires kind of tucked up under the fender, more of a scale kind of a look, or whether they should be a little more beefy and maybe stick out a little bit. It's all preference. Nobody actually cares, but I thought that's freaking comical. So that's why we did that. These will not stay on here. So body off. This valance is broken. So I do kind of want to take that off. Scale wise, you don't need to see the whole tire outside the fender. That is correct. Easy boy, how's it going, buddy? I'm actually tuned in twice. My wife's profile is watching on the TV. Awesome, man. Appreciate that. So see, this valance is broken. I probably screwed it in too tight when I first got this truck and put it together, and then the first run it broke, which is terrible. But I think I can glue. And then, maybe we don't even need it. I mean, I think it's cool, but is that what it's called? A valance, right? Lower valance. Yeah, I can glue that. With a little E6000 and a clamp or something, and then we can get that thing back in tip-top shape. So anyway, I'm gonna move the body back out of the way here. This is what we're after. So I know when I see Lenny Nichols, that's me. Got it. Awesome. Again, I appreciate that. So let's see. We're gonna get these tires off of here just because this is silly. Parts flying all over. And these are the wheels and tires that I run on my Red Cat Gen 8. That's what those are from. And then I'm going to take these ones off too. These are the stock wheels and tires that came with this truck. I do like them. I think they're a good deal. Milestar, Patagonia MTs, and they do have the center hub for scale look, so it comes with this little attachment to your driver so that you can actually spin those hubs off. Well thought out and looks really good, honestly. Easy boy, you loving that Ep.6 10 Pro? I see that thing is honestly surprisingly quiet, and the low end control is almost seems unbelievable how slow you can get that thing to crawl. That's a pretty nice brushless setup there, if you ask me. Obviously, it's early. I don't see any reason why it would end up going bad, but it's looks great. I'll be honest. I do kind of wish they would. I wish they would offer the brushless in the gray. I think I like the gray color scheme with the. I don't know. It's Toyota, so I suppose those colors are for like TRD, right? I do just kind of wish they would offer the brushless or the pro version in that gray. I think it would be. I think it would sell also, I guess. Jeremy, hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? Super one-handed. I've got some 124 rims that came with a center cap, but I don't want to take out 5 screws. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have a set of Trio 1.9 bead locks that have the center cap, and I think they have six or 8 little screws to freaking take that center cap off. It's a nightmare trying to get all of that undone. So I kind of put them on my CJ7 and left them there. All right, so these obviously have springs in them. And they're filthy. They probably leak. But then let's compare length. Oh, wow, that's a big difference. That's quite the difference. So we're gonna try these and see if it lowers. Ryan D, yeah, that Ep.6 10 Pro is crazy good control. Very Fusion-like. Yeah. I have a Fusion in 2 of my trucks. And yeah, no complaints there. And that Ep.6, whatever that system is, looks equally as good. Oh, that's backwards. And then let's do this one. threads right through there like that. It's an awesome truck. I do think the blue should have been standard. In the silver with the stripe should have been the Pro. It feels like it's running a Fusion. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is going to lower this thing quite a bit. Possibly more than I want, but we'll see. Oh, come on. Second hole. There we go. And if I do end up liking this, I will back all these back out and just throw a little bit of thread locker on there. I'm not going to do it now in case I don't like it or it doesn't function like it should. That's the other thing. You can make these trucks sit wherever you want them to sit, but then they might not operate how you want them to operate. See, I'm not the only one. The blue and the gray is kind of ho-hum. I told Cape Crawlers the same thing. Yeah, I mean, look at can you see the difference there? Look at how much higher these are sitting compared to those. Interesting. And to lower this front end, I mean, those are already lower. So we might have to, let me see what's in this parts bin. I do have these shock towers, which give you 2 holes. John's Mini Mechanics. I love my standard LC80, though I should have bought the Yikong YK4106 and waited for the Pro. Next one I buy, I guess. I'm not familiar with that Yikong that you mentioned there, but let's see. How do I want to get this off of here? Where's a needle nose? Let's try this. Okay, that's an M3. There's a screw and a spacer there. Now, is this just going to be threaded? Yes. It's a nice touch. That's not a nice touch. I must have gone through and already did some thread locker on this. Why aren't you coming out? Interesting. How different are these? Not that different. Now I'm questioning whether or not this is even going to work. Oh, that's also threaded. Okay. So see, that front's already shorter than this. The only thing is I could do, I mean, obviously with no spring, it'll go to there. I don't know. I can't really move. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to think here. Try no. Yeah, that's what I have here. This is no spring and then just a little bit of oil to keep it smooth. So it's not just free flopping, but like there's just a little bit of resistance there. I'm just afraid when I put this on, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna pull that. It's not gonna pull that down any. But I think we'll see what happens here. Need this to come out. Dang thread locker. And then this one, I believe I have stripped and it's not going to want to come out. Oh, do we dare? I got plenty of hardware. Do we dare try to drill this thing out? Let's see what I got for other bits. Just in case I can get something to bite other than well, that ain't it. And that ain't it. Oh, what do I got? I thought maybe if I had something that would get down in there a little farther. That's not really. That's not really working either. So now what? Let's I got a better idea. In case this system doesn't work at all, let's try the other side. And then if I have to go back to this shock mount, I don't need to mess with that one screw there. It's already in. And we'll leave it alone. Because otherwise, I drill that thing out and put a new screw in and do all this work, and then I just find out that my idea has to get scrapped anyway. So oh, well, look how short that is compared just to that one. Well, okay, now what? Now I don't even really need, wow, why is that? Probably don't even need to go to the 2-hole. Let me see what's going on here. Let's do this. And then I'm not sure why. Well, that's not right. These even have these on them. But they then what was that spacer? This one? Right? Yeah. And this screw. So this. And this is threaded. Kind of interesting. That's not gaining me anything. Because that's the full length of the leaf, or the full tension of the leaf. And I can just have this. So that's not gaining me anything. So now we're learning here. If I undo this, we'll go back to these silver shocks up front, the stock ones, because they're much shorter. But we'll go no spring. Okay. I know, guys, this is captivating and riveting content. Don't I know it? But we're just kind of hanging out, you know? Are you guys working on trucks right now? Is that what you guys are doing? Just hanging out? Got a live stream on? Working on a truck? That's what I'm doing. Why didn't you go on there? Oh, come on. Work with me. Went on really smooth last time. Looking at TF2s to decide which one I want. Oh man. That's a decision to be made. As far as the chassis goes, they're pretty much all the same. They do, if you do a builder's kit, they do a short wheelbase. And then they do the TF2. And then they do a long wheelbase because there's like a 4-door pickup truck. And there's obviously this 4Runner. There's the Blazer. I'll grab my Blazer quick just to kind of show you. Obviously, the 4Runner body is right there. And there's my K5 Blazer. And this was the first RC kit I ever bought and built. So this is the Trailfinder 2 chassis kit. So I had to put everything together. The axles came put together, but it's got some grass and junk in there from the last run. And then I think I've got some Bauhaus shackle mounts in the rear, and then the relocation for the front. And then running some General Grabber on Element Night Runner, Tacoma, whatever, wheels and tires on this one. But yeah, this was my first build. I ordered the body separate, built the chassis. This has a Hobbywing 1080 and a Holmes Hobbies Crawlmaster Sport in it. It's running a Spectrum DX3. Yeah, it's like my first build. One of my favorite trucks. You develop relationships with things when you build them. So it's like this thing will never go anywhere. I love this thing. So back to the task at hand. That's going to give me a little bit of squat. I just don't know if it'll be enough. We'll try it. We're not gonna not try it. Got that started. Get this one started. Well, that is definitely pulling up on that. That's kind of sitting level. No? Yeah. Let's see. Builder's kit with a body. I didn't consider that option. It's so, I mean, it's all relative, right? So, like, it was 2 years ago. I think there's videos on the channel, but RC Wheel Drive did like a Thanksgiving sale. And I think during that sale, I was able to buy the kit for like $185 or something. And then I think I bought some other things that gave me free shipping. I don't remember all the deals, but like I bought everything on a sale. So I got that kit on sale. A Hobby Wing 1080 is, what are they, 40 or 50 bucks, and they come with the program card. A Crawlmaster Sport motor is like 20 bucks. And then when you get to Christmas of the same year, they ran like, I think they called it their 12 days of Christmas, and every day was like a different item. And they did that orange and white Blazer body for, I think that thing's normally like 175 bucks, and they did it for $99. So I ordered that. And so as cool as that Blazer is, like it, and again, it doesn't matter how much money you spend. I just waited for a sale. I had the patience to wait. I think I've got like 300 bucks in that truck, maybe. And it's awesome. Wiring is super clean. If you're talking about this truck, this is factory. This is not a builder's kit. I didn't build this one. This came from RC 4-wheel drive this way. So not my wiring on this one. This is super clean. I like that a lot, actually. Let's get this on here. Let's hold that. Back this screw out. That's all. Definitely not as much travel. But now I've got to look and see if I've actually like lowered this thing level. Let's just grab these stock wheels here and throw them on quick. And obviously this one corner in the front is still crap. How's that look? That looks all right. I'm getting down here. Sorry. The rear is still a little bit lower than the front. It's got that Cali lean, and I'll tell you something about Cali lean. We don't do that shit here. No frickin' chance. So we're going to have to remedy that. And so I need to decide. I love that. That's almost right where I want that to be in the rear. Sorry, I'm not catching up here. John's Mini Mechanics. Well, I'm glad to see that's how they wired it up. Thanks for the info. Yeah, they do clean wiring. Ding dong. I know nothing about this stuff, but it looks cool. What year 4Runner? If I remember right, oh man, 87? Does that sound right? I'm going to go with 87, but I could be wrong. I feel like it's an 80s, late 80s something. And thanks, John. That does look good. So what I need to do is decide, do I want to leave the front how it sits? Because it's got good clearance on full compression there. And then I can raise the rear just a touch. Or do I want to lower the front? Let's just, raising the rear takes about 2.5 seconds. Don't count because it'll take longer than that, but we'll, let's pull this, move it over one hole, drop the spacer, of course, make everything take longer and be harder than it needs to be. Oh, come on. Work with me here. Work with me. I had to say that this would take 2 seconds. I could have probably rebuilt the whole front end in this amount of time. Spacer is in. And this is probably only raising this just a touch, but it might be enough for what we're trying to accomplish. Whoa. Okay. And does that look level? It looks dang close, doesn't it? That front is still just, I mean, it's barely noticeable, but it's noticeable. So we're going to make another change. And this one should go kind of quickly. It's the drilling and the goofing around with the side that's freaking currently in disrepair that's going to cause me the most grief. I'm undoing this shock tower, and I'm going to go with this one that's got 2 holes. That might potentially give me just the height that I'm looking for. Okay. And then it was screw, spacer. Oh, that fits good. Whoa. God, we're so cockeyed on that front, though. It's gonna make things look goofy. Oh, I put that wheel on backwards. Oh, I think we have a winner. Oh, yeah, that's the ticket. Look at that. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So now, oh man. Now I've got to get this out. And I think my best bet is to just drill it. So I'm going to remove that. I'm definitely going to need this spring out of this shock. Because we're going to use these up front with no spring in them. And then this shock tower, that. Now I've got to get this out. And if there was an RC if that would just bite for 2 seconds and turn out of there, I'd be tickled. But oh boy. All right, we're gonna drill. So let's see. We need a bit. And the thing is that the frame is threaded. So I don't want to screw any of that up. goes nothing. Wonder if I have a magnet. The answer is yes. Pull all that crap off of there. And then just push all the metal parts into the magnet if you can quick. That's your best tactical move there. This is why I don't do how-to videos. I do how I videos. I usually go very wrong. Oh, it came out. Or the head came off, which either way, I should be able to get something on that, maybe, and unthread it. Again, use the magnet, clean all that up. Get all that mess. Well, that just broke that part out of it. Next. Okay. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, man. Okay. I gotta clean this off. All right, so now this is going to be a one-of-a-kind trail finder. I'm going to need a new M3. I'm going to want it to be a little bit longer. Where the old parts bin here. That's plenty long, but it doesn't have to be that long. Let's see what this does. Too short. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Where's my... Kind of got that started there, but not. Where's that magnet? Over here. That's created its own threads. So we're going to do a shorter one. And then where's this other stock one right here? Oh man, That's progress. Which smaller one? These screws the same size? Because that would be beneficial. Yes. And then if I can get this M3 in here. Perfect. Then this and this spacer. Flip the truck back over. Oh. Oh, that's awesome. That worked out. Let me take care of a few things here quick with this chaos, and then I want to wipe up these metal shavings before I end up having metal shards, metal slivers stuck inside of my freaking arms all over the place. I don't need these things. I don't want to make a huge mess here, but All right, we're back at it. That was she's sitting low, that's for sure. Now comes the tough part, which is lifting this skid. You know, it actually probably won't be that bad. How do I lift the skid and keep this frickin' drive shaft in the right height? That's a good question. That is a good question. Don't eat that. Very interesting. I think I should undo this drive shaft. Or what do you call that? Is it the intermediate shaft? In between the transmission and the center skid. Okay, I got that out. Skid's gonna go like that. Okay. It goes on that side. This might turn out to be easier than I thought. Woods Unknown. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for checking in. We're battling a 4Runner today. I tried to lower it, and I accomplished it, but I wanted it to sit lower, and then I had one of my blue thread locker screws wouldn't come out, so we had to drill it out, and then it drilled into the frame, and then we had to drill that hole and come up with a new solution for that repair. And so it is what it is. We're still at it. So now that appears to be accurate. And now, sorry, that's not even on the shot. I'm trying to put this low profile center skid in to create more ground clearance. Because this thing it already hung up. On everything. Is that in there right? Ah, there it is. And I got to get this one screwed back in to the mount. Right there. Okay. And then this should go right. No problem. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I often wonder why that is. Why can't I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess it's the price. If the price is 400 US, then it takes you 600 Canadian to come up with 400 US, or whatever, whenever the conversion is. So that's honestly, that's pretty lame. So now comes the tricky part. Been looking at the Marlin, but 1,000 Canadian is too much. Now, is that really the conversion? Like, hold on here. Let me look at something. So the Marlin Crawler is currently out of stock at $500, $499.99. And you're telling me that to get that Canadian, you would have to spend 1,000? Is that right? Like double? Ugh. That's terrible. Honestly, that's not good at all. That does fit right in there. How is that? How is that so amazing? Huh. Yes. Okay, so that's in. Come on, work with me. That's in. Don't come out. You came out. Okay, the front's in. And that's in. Holy buckets. This is where I want to do. Let's see. Last time I checked on RC four-wheel drive site, it was quite pricey from here. So sorry if I'm like ignorant to how all of this works, but if you, well, I mean, obviously, if you go to a website, if you go to RC four-wheel drive, is the price $499.99 in US, or does the website just give you the pricing in your denomination. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just dropping a tiny bit of thread locker on these transmission screws. $720.67 plus a 15% tax. $828.77 for a $500 RC car. That's a bummer, man. I don't even know what to say. Tax is such a freaking racket. 15% is insane. I pay 7. That's the sales tax where I'm at. Makes you not want a lot of, and it's, I mean, but that's not just RC, right? That's like no matter what you're buying. Little blue thread locker on that grub screw for the, I'm calling it the intermediate shaft, but all right. That's, I'm kind of excited right now, if I'm going to be honest, because and that doesn't include the shipping. Exactly. And RC 4-wheel drive shipping is crap. I mean, most places are just, honestly, most places like shipping's free, or it's at least somewhat factored into the cost, and then you never really notice it. But RC 4-wheel drive, I could order a $500 truck, or I could order this center skid that came in a baggie, and they're going to charge me $11 to get it to me, whether I bought a frickin' truck or a frickin', it's kind of goofy. And then if you wanted to buy, like, let's pretend you had the money to buy one of their $3,000 construction bulldozer things. They won't even let you put that on a card. They make you do some sort of bank wire transfer, like you're going to somehow just rob them. They won't let you use your card to pay for things like that. And then they do a flat rate additional $200 shipping because it comes in this wooden crate or something. I don't know. That's annoying, if I'm being honest. Steam Up. Sure glad I scored one for $3.99 US on Cyber Monday. Used a code for free shipping. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Steam Up. Thanks for tuning in. But if you can take advantage of an RC 4-wheel drive sale, that is the time to buy, for sure. So we've done the center skid. Look how nice that is. This is what was there. See if I can get my hand out of the way. Not really. But this is what was there. Now we're to that. That's awesome. And we lowered the truck. So I don't necessarily need to plug the lights in right now because I don't have a battery charged, and we're not gonna run this thing at the moment, but we will throw the body on, put the screws back in, and see how it sits back on its wheels and tires. Ryan D, I buy a lot of my RC used. Most of the time they already have upgrades and you can save some money. Absolutely. I don't like Facebook like at all, but Facebook Marketplace is definitely a spot to score some deals. I've bought $500 RCs on there for $200, lightly used. The door's open on this guy. This one's cool. This one I bought. That I paid full price for this. I had to have it, but you know, you can't win them all. But yeah, getting a deal on Facebook or somebody that wants to part ways with something that they've already got that they no longer have a use for, that's the ticket. My local hobby shop only does it once a year, but they do an RC swap meet. And so if you can find one of those in your area and attend that, that is definitely a way to score some cool RC deals for not a lot of, or at least get yourself a sale. So now we're kind of wrapping up here. We're getting close, but now we need to put some wheels and tires on this. And I had an idea, if I got this thing lowered, that I wanted to try them. And so can we talk before the wheels go back on? Oh, the mind's eye, you missed it. I had these. I had these on here just for you. So I'm gonna go on this side for now. Just so that you get the full effect. Oh, I'm gonna have to screw these on, or they're not gonna stay. So the mind's eye, to each his own. I'm not discouraging anyone from doing the things that they love in the hobby, because that's what makes this hobby so great. And so some people really love this look. And, you know, from the side, I mean, obviously those things are gigantic, but I need some wheel spacers because this is, if I could just get these to stick out. Oh, come on. Why aren't you working with me here? If I had some hexes and if I could get those out here, that's really what I'd like. I'd really like them out here somewhere. Oh man. But yeah, the Mind's Eye said it in one of his videos today. I think it was either today or last night. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, but he made a comment about how him and I go back and forth about whether or not you should tuck or untuck your wheels. So if you're hearing that in his videos, that's just some banter. But anyway, I want to put these on one side. I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Now who's being, yeah, I know. I'm going to put these on one side, and then I have another set that I want to run on the other side, and I want to get your guys' opinion. I lowered this truck in this video. Those of you that have been here, for the reason that we were here, you know, from earlier on when the stream kind of started, I was able to change the shock mounting position, lower the truck. I put a new center skid underneath that holds the transmission. So this piece here, I put a new one of them on. And so now we'll just kind of stand the truck up. But so that's kind of the look right there. And that is sitting much lower. That's kind of where I would want it to sit. But the question is, do we like that? These are the stock wheels and tires that came with it. They are 175s, I believe. Or is it 177? I think it's 177 or 1.7. I don't know. Whatever. There's those, and they are a little, let me see if I can get the right angle. They are just a touch untucked. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But then these other ones that I've got are just cool. But they're gonna be maybe too tucked and possibly too small. Why am I missing? Oh, I'm not. So I'm going to take these hexes off. We'll just set those parts over here so we don't lose them. Tiny grub screw. Because these wheels that I have are 155s, but they do not have 12 millimeter hex on the back of them. They are just the pin that they run on. And these are rusted Landies is what they call them. These are from RC 4-wheel drive. Rock Crusher tires. I really like this tread pattern. And they just come pre-patinaed and rusted like this. I really like these wheels. I just don't know, you know, that's a pretty shiny body to be running wheels like this. But I want to see the stance. I really just kind of want to see the stance. And then we can just use these center hubs for now, but I probably wouldn't use bright chrome center hubs on a rusted Landy. I would find some either just use a regular nylock nut or order some other hubs that maybe would match a little better. So what do we think? And honestly, with that offset, they're also a little untucked. But it does make the truck sit a little lower. So I don't know. For those of you here and paying attention, what do you like? Do you like rusted? But then obviously we would probably have to do something with the body. We'd have to weather it, or I don't know, something. Or do we like a little bit beefier and the shiny chrome? And this truck, this is lowered. This is so much better. I'm really actually quite happy with the progress we made on this truck today. But which one do you like, Woods? What do you think? You like stock 1.7 chromes or 1.55 rusted Landies? I really like this if this wasn't so shiny. Legless, the legless lady. Yeah, John, you're into the 1.55s. I mean, I do like them. I just feel like the body's too shiny for them. But this thing gets some more wheel time, and it's going to get scratched up and end up. Landies for me. Oh man, everybody's voting the 1.55s. I think they're freaking cool too. I really do. There's a look at the other side. Come here. Drop the tailgate on this guy. And I did this hood does open, but I have it screwed down from underneath tight, so it doesn't really open. And it came with the scale engine bay, but I don't care about that. It made fitting everything kind of difficult, so I took the scale engine bay out, and I'll use it in a future project. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to. There's the other two. We'll have to get this thing out for a run and see if we can I'll have to jump on the old internet and see if we can find some hubs, because those chrome hubs on these just won't do. That's for sure. So I think that's going to do it. How long we been? We're approaching 2 hours on a live stream. That's not bad. Maybe these would go really good on my Land Rover. It's kind of a flip of the coin for me. They both look fantastic. The chrome, see, that's what I'm saying. I think I think the chrome just goes because the body is so shiny. If this was like a sun-faded, dull red, and then maybe, you know, some rusted fenders or something, you know, maybe these would be much better. But they both look great, but I'd paint those Landies. Well, I don't want to do that. I mean, I bought them weathered for a reason. I mean, if Landies is the ticket, then I would maybe consider just buying another set of Landies for this. Maybe just the regular gray ones. You know what I mean? Like they would look like a stock steel wheel, if you will. Holy cow. Call the paramedics. I'm having a stroke. They would just look like plain steel wheel, and they come in gray, and that might look pretty good. I do like this tread pattern on these rock crushers, but I don't know. Let me now because we're hanging out, paint the wheels. Whoa. Now we're getting out of control. Let me grab my Land Rover once. I want to see what these look like sitting in front of the Land Rover. Now we're just out in the weeds. The gray steel Landies sound like a win. I kind of agree. So here's this guy, and I've lowered him. This is RC four-wheel drive 2015 D90 anniversary edition. These are the stock wheels and tires on him, but I've lowered him. He used to sit way up like that. But maybe he needs some chrome 1.7s, maybe. Easy Boy, if the truck was patina, the old wheels would look good, but I think the chrome fit the truck better, being it's so nice and shiny. Yeah. And I'm in agreement. And I'm probably going to change things a million times. That's what happens. But I'll be honest, the more you keep flipping it around, as I said before, the chrome matches the body really well. I'd throw the distressed wheels on something else. Yeah, and I kind of I tend to agree. Let's set that guy over there. Let's just do it. Let's just take these off. I don't know if any of you know this. I never brought this up today, and I intended to, but tonight is Anaheim round 1. Does anybody know what Anaheim round 1 means? It means it's Supercross season. I am a huge fan of dirt bike racing. Tonight is round 1, and I can't wait to watch. Starts at 6:30. And yeah, it's freaking awesome. Huge Eli Tomac fan. I've been to, oh boy, I used to go watch Supercross. I live in Iowa, but I used to go watch Supercross in Minnesota at US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. And ever since the whole I don't want to get too far out in the weeds here, but ever since the whole rioting and burning the city of Minneapolis to the ground and all of that mess, I think the people at AMA Supercross decided that'll be enough of that, and they never went back to Minneapolis again. So now, last season, the closest race that I could attend was in Seattle. So I used to be able to drive 4.5 hours, spend a weekend, and watch a Supercross race. And now I have to drive 9 hours. To go to St. Louis, which is the closest place to me to watch indoor Supercross. And that's a bummer. So I don't know if you guys are dirt bike fans or not. I am. Tonight's round 1 of a new season. Let's see. Either way, I'll be watching. I do appreciate that, Woods. You've been here the last 2 or 3 live streams. I thank you much for that. The Mind's Eye. Painting the wheels was a joke. I would stay. I just got it. I would stick with the chrome. Throw those on something else, or even order, like you said, something plain and steel. So I have these on hand. I think I'm just going to continue to run these. Get this guy out of here. But yeah, that looks good. This thing is definitely lowered. I got that transmission up and out of the way as best I could with a new low profile skid from RC 4-wheel drive. That should hang up much less than the old one used to. And that's it. Are you guys getting a look at these center hubs? I haven't used my pointer at all today. Let me get my hands on here. So these hubs here, there, right here, and then you got these mirrors, kind of right here are the mirrors. So this thing is broken. Like I said, I don't know what I did with that part. Oh, I threw it in here. I'm going to have to glue this. We'll put some glue in a clamp. Although, I mean, you see that. I think, will that be hidden if I put this back on? Yeah, I think that needs to be on there. So yeah, we're gonna have to glue and repair that. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Anything else you want to see? Ooh. Do you want to see my red cat? I don't know if that video's been out yet. I don't think it has. I could spoil live stream attendance by showing you what I've done with the red cat. Let me know. Otherwise, we'll call it a day, and that video will be out in a week or two, and you'll see it then. Either way, you're going to see it. I'll grab a clamp quick. I get these, sneak peeks. They're coming in. I wonder if I'm delayed because I brought up the sneak peek like a few minutes ago. I just wonder. And here's another thing I'd like to ask, because I don't know how. We will do a sneak peek. Okay, we will. Give me a second. But I do have a question for you guys. Are you guys getting ads on the live stream? I don't know how that works. It asks me like if I want to. It talks about monetization when I'm setting the thing up, but then it talks about how the viewer experience could be choppy. So like I could be doing something that you're interested in watching perhaps, and then all of a sudden it might throw you into a commercial or an ad, and then you miss the part of the thing that you wanted to see, because I don't know what you're seeing. I'm just over here working away, and then all of a sudden you have to watch a commercial, and then you come back and you're like, well, dang it, I missed what I wanted to see. So let me know if you saw an ad during this stream. Like I get sometimes things are thrown in the beginning or maybe like at the end or something, but what about in the middle? See if I can get any of this glue to come out of here. Just once it booted me off, but I'm using my phone. Do I have something small here? Oh, look at this. I don't need a lot of glue. I just need a little bit of glue. And then I got that on there. And then if this will hold, oh, come on. You were there. Oh, that's going to be a tough repair. Let me see here. John said the only ad I've seen has been on my phone when I click on the video, not during. So that's cool. Seeing as I'm so technologically savvy, is there a way to know about these live streams? I assume some sort of notification button. There's a bell, like I think next to the subscribe button or something that you can click that just notifies you of anything. But I do try to upload like a picture like the day ahead of time, and then it'll say like, it'll be like a thumbnail, like I have a video up, but then it'll say upcoming on your, just on your normal YouTube. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel as though I'm being mocked. I don't know exactly what you're getting at. I cannot, are you guys seeing this? I can't, I need, right here, I'll use my pointer. This right here, I'm trying to glue right here. But no, I don't. I'm not mocking anyone. I think I've only seen one commercial so far, and we can still back up if that happens. Oh, is that? Well, thanks for that tidbit there, Easy Boy. I did not know that. You could just back up and go back and look. Highlight the bell beside the subscription is all I know. Yeah, that's what that is there, Woods, for the notifications. John says, click on the subscription button and select all. And that's how he was notified today. Hey, so you've rang the bell or did the things. That's appreciated. What else am I missing here? The mind's eye, show us, but use that little hand you have to point things out. I'm not mocking you. I'm glad to see you're still around. I think he was referring to my little pointer. Appreciate that, John, a lot. I use, the use of the little hand thing is what I was talking about. I watched one ad but skipped the next because you were installed. Oh, so if you did get an ad, it was skippable. That's even better. Again, I'm new at this live stream stuff. My job doesn't allow for any sort of consistent time off. So they'll just kind of be when they can happen. But there, that's glued. So I'll leave that sit for a while and we'll see what happens. But I'm almost out of E6000. That's how much E6000 I've used in my RC days. But my wife went to Hobby Lobby today and snagged me another tube. All right, let's get the red cap. Sneak peek. You'll have to give me just a second. All right, I apologize. I wasn't prepared to do the sneak peek of the red cat, but we're here now and we're doing it. So I got the red cat for Christmas. Oh, let me catch up on some comments here. Easy boy, I have to get back to work on my video, but I'm still watching on my wife's account. Put that red cat up there when you get a chance. It's coming right now. I hear power tools off camera. Yeah, because I used the red cat wheels and tires to kind of poke fun at Mind's Eye when I had them on there and they stuck out, 18 inches like he likes his trucks to do. But I had to put them back on. I realized like, hey, I'm going to show this red cat and it doesn't have the wheels and tires on it. So I had to put those back on quick. But anyway, I got the red cat for Christmas. So it's green. So then I thought, I don't normally name my RCs, but I did name this one. And I named it the Grinch. And so here's the big reveal. And you guys tell me what you think. Oh, man. I freaking love it. Look at this thing. I had an old sticker sheet laying around from a Trailfinder 3, which I don't even have that truck anymore. And it had these red pinstripe decals with the hole already pre-cut out in the sticker for where the mirrors go. And then it had these red 4x4 decals on the sticker sheet. So I snagged them too and just put them back there. It's super subtle, but you got the red on the International Harvester. You got the red back here. And then I did both sides. I don't know. I think this thing looks great. Awesome. I still haven't driven this truck yet. It's yes, I know. My dog is pining for attention and wants to get out of here. We've been in the shop for 2 hours and she probably wants to go to the bathroom or play Frisbee or who knows what. But Jay, welcome in. Hey, all just catching up to the comments. John says he likes the red cat. Woods says looking good. I agree. This thing is. I like it a lot. Oh, sorry, Mind's Eye. I wanted to point out. It's these red stickers here that I did, and then this 4x4 back here, and then these are the wheels and tires that I went with. They're a little untucked, but I like it. To tuck or not to tuck is the question. And I did both sides again. Like I said, here's the red and the red. So Jay gets it. Jay's getting a chuckle out of things. But yeah, that was what did we do last live stream? Oh yeah, we had like Jerry does, we had my phone tell us what the weather was currently in my area, and that was kind of comical too. Steam, thank you. Yeah, this was my Christmas present, and again, I don't typically name RCs. This is the first one that I named, and I named it the Grinch. I do kind of wish I could run a red pinstripe, just one, or maybe two skinnies right down the side and the top. I think that would be just kind of a nice touch, but this is looking good. And of course, American flag. Oh, why not? And then this bumper sticker came with the truck, and I had never seen it before. And it says "Eat, Sleep, Wheel," and it's got a knife and a fork, a bed, and then a little RC truck. I thought that's a cool little bumper sticker that's going on the Gen 8. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes of me yapping and doing live things. This is the end result. This RC from RC 4-wheel drive is smoother than the one that I built, my orange and white K5 Blazer. Just listen to this. The mesh is perfect. The gearing is perfect. Everything is greased really well. And now we've got it sitting low, right where we want it to be. We got that new skid. You can't even see it when you're looking now, which is awesome. The old one frickin' hung down here, and this truck would get stuck on a blade of crabgrass. It's just no good. But Jay, I missed the 4Runner, but it's all good. I had one chance to get out and had to do it. Hey, no worries, man. We can't. Life continues, whether we're in the YouTube world or RCing or just going to work or just doing whatever we do. The world's spinning with or without us. So I get that people can't be everywhere or do anything or do everything, I guess I should say. But all right, guys. Well, I think this was maybe my most successful live stream. I think at one point in time I saw 10 people in here at once. The chat box is pretty full of some good banter and people communicating and getting along. I would not tolerate any crap. I mean, I know we do things in good fun, but if somebody came in here and was being rude and disrespectful, they would just get das Boot, and that would be the end of that, because we don't have time for that crap. We're just trying to have fun with tiny trucks. So that's going to do it, man. I appreciate all of you stopping in, hanging out, being in the chat box, helping me decide on the wheels. We went with the chromes because they're just a better deal. And yeah, this thing needs a run. I have a lot of trucks that need a run. The Red Cat needs a run. The police cruiser that I did inspired by Easy Boy's Blazer, that thing needs to get ran. I got trucks to drive, and it's, hey Siri, what's the temperature outside?
It's 38 degrees outside.
Say that again.
It's 38 degrees outside.
Thank you. It's 38 degrees outside. That's pretty dang nice for January 11th. So maybe I'll go run a truck quick before the races start at 6 o'clock. I'll be watching dirt bikes for sure tonight. So that's going to do it. Appreciate you all. Facebook Marketplace was a good tip. Thanks. You bet, Steam Up. Yeah, if you can get a deal on an RC, Facebook Marketplace. There's always somebody that's got mouths to feed or bills to pay and RCs to get rid of to do it. So that's a good place to go. All right, Rick. My dog's got to go outside. So we're going to end it here. I appreciate you all hanging out very, very much. This was a lot of fun. I don't know when the next live stream will be, but when it happens, I hope you can be a part of it. So we'll see you. Thanks.